Okay, welcome back to Maintaining Your Badassness. This segment is called When Being Down with OPP Turns to Murder. Now, we know a lot of people are dating others when they have no idea that the person they're dating is married or has a significant other. But sometimes people seek out married men or women or seek out people who are in relationships and they know it. Just to sleep with that person, just to win the prize, or see if they can take that person from another person. Mainly women. Women like that challenge. Girl, he fine. Let me see if I can sleep with him. But it's not all fun and games. Actually, it's not fun and games. It's degrading and um, karma will get you eventually. Now, like I said, some of us have no idea that the person we're talking to or dating is in a relationship. But as soon as we find out, we end it. That's called dignity in keeping your self-worth. I have some stories of people, women, who have killed their partners because they found out their partners were cheating. Now, this is one of the questions that were posed on one of our other forums. Would you murder your wife if you found her cheating with you? And these are some answers from men. Most likely. It depends on what the divorce settlement gives her. If she gets to cheat on me and still gets everything, she goes in the ground. Ooh. Bam. Now this person had no problem saying that. And he goes on to say, and I'll make sure her family and friends understand why she got laid down during his trial. Because he doesn't want there to be any misconceptions about why I murked her. Murked. And this is his own words. Murked. M-I-R-K-E-D. I've heard that from time to time. Mainly from young men. I'll set my sentence and figure out if I want to do my time or punch out. Oh, you know what he means by punching out, right? Killing himself. Cheating is the ultimate disrespect, right alongside alimony and divorce court robbery. And too many Western Americans, in my case, American women think they can just cash out on it, just like it's some kind of fail-safe. Well, I don't know. If those are the rules, then you get divorced and you owe child support. If the woman wants it, she's going to go after it because she deserves it. That's my opinion. And he says not only that, but what if she gave you AIDS or some kind of horrid STD due to her infidelity? Now, I can understand that. I would be pissed if somebody gave me a disease. Like, if you cheat, one thing, bye. But if you give me disease, look, I got some rethinking to do. I look at cheating like you're trying to kill somebody. Like you're trying to kill me. If someone's trying to kill me, I'll try to kill them right back. Then he goes and say, I encourage men and women to have that mindset when it comes to infidelity of any attempt on their lives. Then another guy goes to say, in a heartbeat, I'll kill her. What's more, she knows it. I told her from the start that I can get past most anything. But if I ever caught her cheating, I'll shoot them both. him first. It goes on to say, I'm a serious person and not given to exaggeration. I'm fairly confident that she knew I wasn't kidding. Of course, she'd probably shoot me with my own gun if she ever caught me cheating. So it evens out. And I was dating someone many years ago. We had just started dating, like 2 or 3 weeks. We didn't even have a title. We were having breakfast one day, and he heard something on the radio about cheating. He's like, if you ever cheat on me, I'll kill you. What? That was a red flag because we weren't even a couple, and he was dead serious. Like, and it turns out he was a cheater, so I left him. I don't know why I stated it, but you know, uh, we give excuses all the time. Maybe he was just kidding. Maybe, hmm, I don't know why I stayed with him, but he turned out to be the cheater. Then another person goes on to say, before you marry a woman, no matter how much you love her, always get her to sign a legal contract of any form through which you can be sure that she won't receive any alimony or child support when she cheats. Mm, no, like that doesn't seem right. Like if you have a child and you get divorced, woman can always go file for child support. Now, alimony, I don't know, but child support, it doesn't have nothing to do with your relationship with your wife. Then he goes on to say, because in this age, it's not a question if your wife or future wife will cheat. It's a question of when. So he's saying all women are cheaters. Hmm. Then he closes out by saying, better safe than sorry. Another guy who has his head on straight said, I would leave her. Killing someone is extreme, and it gets you in prison or the death penalty. I wouldn't want to die. I would just want to be divorced. By the way, that's what I did. She cheated and we divorced. Kudos to you. And, and then another guy named Bob, he's like, kill her for cheating? Absolutely not. Divorce her for cheating? Absolutely. And then this guy named Lee, he said, I would code down myself to plan a best way solution for revenge and make her feel remorse her whole life. If I can't cool down and if I can't cool down, I might kill her and kill myself. That also depends on how strong the love connection is. Whew, it's just not worth it. Like, whoa. Whew. And then the other responder says, no, death would be too easy for her. I would make sure everybody she knows has will know who she is. If love her, if I love her, then maybe I'll give her peace of death, or most probably let her live the remaining of her pathetic life. Mm. Robin says, no. Who wants to spend the next 20 years in prison? Yeah. Please. What if, oh my goodness. And then, for some reason, my screen went blank. And then Shelley said, of course not. I'm not a murderer. Tom says, true love is unconditional. Finding out that your spouse cheated on you may be emotionally devastating. And because true love is enduring, that can make it hurt even more. But killing someone you love is possibly the worst thing ever, and such vengeance would only add to your suffering. What a smart man. It is just easy to divorce an unfaithful spouse, but it is more just to forgive them, especially if they are repentant. Wedding vows are made to God, not just to your spouse. The words better or worse mean just that. So pray to God and let Him guide you in what you should do. And God does not lead people to commit murder. What kind of crazy question is that? If you find anyone cheating on you, wife or husband, you leave them and end the relationship. Hell yeah. There should be some kind of law that makes them think twice. But I would definitely go to prison for the satisfaction. Whoa. I would definitely go to prison for the satisfaction. Why? My wife knows she is free to have sex with anyone she wants. She also knows that if she has sex with anyone other than me, we will be divorced. I have the same deal. I can have sex with anyone I want, but if I have sex with anyone other than her, we will divorce. So far, we have both freely chosen to have sex with only each other. So I'm going to go to some stories about women who killed their husbands or lovers because they cheated. In this case, the woman who chose to cheat killed her husband because when he found out, he wanted to cheat with somebody. Her name is Karen. That's her real name. Has been having an affair with a mystery man and had even slept with a next door neighbor after she felt her husband did not pay her enough attention. But when her husband found out, he decided to reach out and make a connection with another woman. Karen took revenge by shooting him in the head while he slept on the couch. Mm. In their Brookville, Florida home on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. Wow. Before his death, Alan and a coworker struck up a friendship that quickly progressed, and they decided they would move into her Springfield home on December 26th. What? Alan got a second cell phone to keep the relationship secret. But on December 20th, he admitted the relationship to Karen. The next morning, Karen went to a pawn shop and put a down payment on a 38 caliber pistol or handgun. She told investigators later that she bought the gun because her husband was mentally and verbally abusive and that he scared her. About 3 a.m. on Christmas Eve, Alan, her husband, sent a text to his mistress telling her he loved her. He finished his paper route, returned home, and fell asleep on the couch. While he slept, Karen left the house, returned to the pawn shop, and picked up the gun. Authorities say she returned, found her husband's cell phone, and discovered the romantic text messages. She got the gun from the bedroom and loaded it with 6 bullets and shot him in the head. Karen called 911, and when the operator asked her why she had done it, she said, "Because I have been suffering. I have been suffering." Period. So the court documents portrayed the Karen as a lonely woman who sought affection elsewhere and became increasingly angry and despondent during her decade of marriage and became cold. In 2010, a year before she killed her husband, Records show that Karen was corresponding with men she met online, complained that Allen did not make her feel wanted, and she sought to arrange meetings with the men. By the summer of that year, she was in the midst of an affair, and a week before the killing, Karen had sexual encounters with a neighbor about a month before her husband's death. Allen and a coworker struck up a conversation, and they became intimate. And that is the coworker that he decided to move in with before he got killed on Christmas Eve. The last story is of this woman named Gay. Gay, the morbid gardener. That's what they call it. That's what they call in this story. Her husband, Doug, was dug into the garden by his wife in January 1993. He wasn't discovered at the Christchurch home until 14 months later. When Gay was convicted of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment, they found out her motive. Gay came to have suffered from battered women syndrome after being repeatedly beaten and abused for more than a decade. Gay gave her husband a drug overdose by loading his coffee with prescription pills and other drugs. After he died the following morning, she hid his body on her property. And his body remained there for 14 months. She writes she did not intend to kill him. She just wanted to put him to sleep to escape more abuse, so she can escape more abuse. After he fell asleep, Gay dragged him into her bedroom and left him on the floor, out of sight of their 4 children. Whoa. So they would not be disturbed. Gay said Doug was still breathing when she got up in the morning, but later, when she returned from shopping, he died. She went shopping. Oh my goodness. She wrote that she panicked and had a friend help her to bury him under a lean-to beside the garage. Beside the garage. I don't know what they mean by a lean, but this is in the UK. She buried him beside the garage on her property. Police were tipped off to the body, and remains were exhumed. Wow. So she made several pleas to the court to get her sentence lowered or to get her plea minimized to battered women syndrome. But that was denied because she did not report him for 14 months. So the moral of the story is, if you think cheating, looking for a married partner, and I gotta get with him or her because they look fine, you just want to have sex with them. It might be all fun and games in the beginning, but you better watch out for the spouse or partner that is being cheated on if they find out. I've heard cases of stalking, cases of the innocent partner, innocent spouse, not being aware of anything that the cheating spouse is doing, and the innocent partner gets killed. There's a story of a well-known football player. He was seeing this woman in the state where he lived, and he was going to Atlanta seeing another woman. Uh, the woman that was his main chick. She was pregnant. She had no idea that he was cheating. One day, the mistress, after the mistress was talking to her for a while, she ended up shooting her. Shooting her. She was in her car, about to go to work. She put out a gun and shot her. And the husband or the boyfriend claimed he didn't know anything about it and he wasn't charged. So when you think about being down with OPP, think about the consequences. Till next time. Oh, I don't even in video. Damn.